Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering is starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride.
Friday night, we had a pretty wild finish here at Chicagoland Speedway in the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. Tonight, we trying to do it again in the Blown Piston Racing League Clash Series presented by Wise Choice Contracting as we welcome you back to the virtual Chicagoland Speedway for the final race of the Clash Series regular season. It is all parts of Superior Templating Weekend. It is the Superior Templating 195 here at Chicagoland Speedway virtually on iRacing as we get ready for 130 laps and 195 laps of racing around this mile-and-a-half oval. As always, I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in. Happy Sunday evening as we get ready to have some fun here racing in the daytime. We're watching the Cup race out of the corner of our eyes and watching them race pretty close to dark right now. But we're going to have some fun here tonight as we do some virtual racing as per usual each and every Sunday evening. And it should be a lot of fun here on Captain TV, so we're looking forward to it very much. As per usual, let's take a look at the points at hand and where everyone stands going into tonight. This is your grid for the Clash Series right now. You see that 13 spots are filled. That leaves 3 left. Mraz, Gann, Moore, Wise, Davala, Keys, Williams, Barlow, Davis, Nicola, Duncan, Brooks, Branch. They're all in. What 3 spots are available? Well, that is up to all of these guys. That, of course, you see. You look down there at the 16th position. Right in there, you got Braden Stab. You have John Finley, Jacob Williams. There's Drift once again. He had the same issue Friday night. He's going to try to do it again tonight and push his way into the playoffs. Guillermo Albertengo, Corbin Simmons, Jordan Berry, all those guys within striking distance with help of bonus points. They're going to have to get out there and win this race, but there's still a couple of people within a shot to get in by just points. I think Drift is one, and obviously Williams and Finley and those guys, they just don't need to have any issues happen tonight, and they should be okay when it is all over with. But we will see. That's why we run the race, right? Team points, 4X Racing leading by 71 over Pie-Eyed Racing. YJ Motorsports is third. Torqued Wrench and Maconi Racing. Those are your top 5 as we enter this race here this evening at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway. As you see, qualifying just about to kick off. We'll get down there for that. Before we do so, just want to check out really quickly the winner of last week's award for the fastest lap of the race, the Speed Demon Award, and that happened to go to Andrew Mraz. And the Speed Demon Award, of course, brought to you by the New Age Limited. So congratulations to Andrew Mraz on winning the Speed Demon Award thanks to the New Age Limited. So there we go. All ready to go, and it is time to go down on track and get qualifying started. As you see, the cars are out there running their warm-up laps right now. And, we'll turn the volume on and get those cars rolling out on the track. And how about the 53 car? That is the first car that the stream puts me on, and that's what we're going to go on right there. The 53, that is Jeremy Brooks, who crosses the start-finish line. He's the first one, I believe, to cross the line. Jeremy, we'll talk about his story. He has not been here for a lot of weeks. And there is a little bit of a story behind it, and unfortunately a sad story. We'll talk about it, like I said, here in a few minutes and get into that. It's one that actually hits on my end kind of personally too. So, yeah, we'll talk about that during the race here this evening. But Jeremy right now off of turn number 4. And let's see what his first lap is going to be as Paul Regney jumps to the top and Brooks goes 30-24 on lap 1. So a very good start. Of course, tonight the 550 horsepower going to be in play. And let's see if Brooks can go faster on lap number 2. Should be wide open all the way around this track. And 29.85 for Jeremy Brooks. Great lap for him. Braden Stab up there right now. Jacob Williams, Finley, all these guys running that first lap. Let's find our point leader right now. This is the Gravedigger Harvick Mobile. Andrew Mraz in the 4 car. And the Ford Mustang crosses that line. And P2, 29.90. So Brooks still on the pole right now at an 85. Duvall up to 3rd. Drift up to 4th. Casey Barlow up to 5th. 3 cars left to qualify. And here was one of your late fastest cars in practice. Scott Wise in the 31. Looks like this is going to be a throwaway lap for the 31. Right now, Wise is in the green, not in the purple. Off of turn number 4. Wise, 30.01. So Brooks holds him off here. Can he win this pole tonight? This will really be an awesome pole if he can get this. Let me check the qualifying board and make sure everybody is qualified, because everybody does have to run a lap, and that is official, including Lauren Wise has ran a lap, which she doesn't race, though. She just goes out there and tries to run a lap. But it appears that it is going to be all said and done tonight. The U.S. Veterans Pole Award going to go to Jeremy Brooks. A 29.85 second lap. Great lap by him. And we're going to say thank you again to the U.S. Veterans for sponsoring this pole award. And we're going to get Jeremy up here and talk to him for a minute if he is available. Let me see if I can find him really quickly in chat. He is here, so let's drag him up here to us. And let's talk to the man here who's going to be on the pole at Chicagoland this evening. Jeremy, first off, welcome back. And I haven't really gone into details or anything like that, but I was told about your story today of what has gone on. And first off, my apologies to you, and obviously thoughts and prayers with you and your family and stuff like that. But what a hell of a way to come back.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk about that lap, man, and talk about how the feeling inside right now, knowing you just went out here, and I mean, you haven't been here in a few races, and you put that 53 up there on the pole.
Yeah, it was, I don't think I could have hit a more perfect lap than that. Worked on the setup, and it was feeling good. And yeah, that was one heck of a lap, and we'll see how my race setup is, and go from there.
Yeah, I was about to ask you there, 130 laps tonight. Can you put 130 qualifying laps together and put her in victory lane also?
Well, I guess we're about to find out, eh?
Yeah, pretty much, right? Well, hey, man, awesome. Proud of you. Great job tonight, and we'll definitely be thinking about you. It's something that when I was told about it, hit me because it's hit me personally, and I'm going to share your story later, without going into too many details and stuff. But go get him tonight, buddy.
Awesome, thank you.
Absolutely, you too. Jeremy Brooks, the pole winner tonight here at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway, and a big shout out to him for all of his hard work. Let's get him down to the channel he was in, which was right there, I believe, and go from there. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race. Did you see Drift giving me the gas update over on the right-hand side in chat? Appreciate that, Drift. 34 laps it looks like tonight on a tank, 35 if you don't have a lead foot when it's over with. But here's your lineup. Jeremy Brooks on the pole. As I mentioned, 29.85. He holds off Andrew Mraz. Max Williams will start third, and that will be alongside Tyler Davala. Drift going to start in the 5th position. He'll start alongside Scott Wise, Casey Barlow, John Finley in row number 4. Ryan Nicoletta, Braden Stab. That is your top 5 rows on the grid. Row 6 sees Corbin Simmons alongside Anthony Hanley, who is looking to have a better couple of weeks here than he has had. Clayton Fry, Jacob Williams, they'll be in row number 7. Row 8, Anthony Keys, who's had a pretty good season. This might be one of his worst qualifying runs, though, of the season alongside Andrew Moore. Brad Davis, he'll start alongside Justin Gann. Paul Regney, Jason Branch in row number 10. Lauren Wise will be the 21st starter, but guess what? She ain't starting, so she'll be down in the booth tonight, being the admin this evening. So we'll have 20 starters start this race. But again, big shout out to the U.S. veterans for sponsoring the pole award this evening. You hear cars already saving fuel here a little bit as they roll their way up here. So Jeremy Brooks, I kind of teased it a little bit, and I just wanted to kind of put it out there. Basically, he had a, from what I understood, took some time away from iRacing and away from the league because he had a family member, and I just want to make sure I got the family member right before I go any further into it. I believe his mom. Yes, his mom, unfortunately, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and unfortunately lost her battle with it last week. So Jeremy's back on the track here this evening. He was a good son and stepped away and went and took care of her until her last moment there. So tonight we think about Jeremy and his family. Look at this. Mom's definitely looking over him tonight because she just put him on the pole there with a great car, and let's see if he can win this thing tonight. The final race of the regular season for the Cup Series of Blown Piston Racing League. It's race number 10 of the Wise Choice Contracting Clash Series on Captain TV. As I mentioned, the 550 drafting package, which means you're going to see a lot of draft here for a little bit till the handling starts to kick in. And then these cars will start to spread out just a little bit. And right off the bat, Jeremy Brooks picking up where he left off, leading lap number 1. And did Lauren actually start the race? All right, look, Lauren's out on track, actually. I'm wrong. I thought she was going to be the admin tonight. There she is in the 13 car tonight. Way to go, Lauren. And to the bottom comes Max Williams. That 08 car is fast in practice and leads that lap across the line. Moran's going to draft though with Brooks down the straightaway. Tyler Davala, a teammate to the 08 who gets loose down in the 1. He's trying to hold on to it. Does a great job and a great save. Runs the fastest lap and then almost wrecks it. Scott Wise coming into the pictures. Drift has gone by also. And I don't want to say people who are on the move other than this guy right here is up 8 spots already from the start of this race. Anthony Keys in that 14 car has got himself a little muscle behind that motor apparently. On board with the 14. A big shout out to Track Cams 4 Gourmet, of course, always helping us each and every week that we're on the air. They're able to get us the cameras and stuff to support us, and we appreciate what they do. Check them out, trackcams22.com. It's right there in your description of the YouTube race. And we appreciate everything they do for us each and every race here on Captain TV. Back here for position to 31, Scott Wise. The 12 of Brad Davis getting a little loose there, a little free. 59, Ryan Nicoletta's back there. A nice little gobble of cars here. So Friday night in the Truck Series race, we saw a caution in the first 8 laps, and that was the only caution of the evening. So these guys definitely know. Oh, Brandt's getting a little loose there. Almost caught the wall. Off of 2 there. Not sure if he did, but if so, that's not going to help here. These cars so sensitive with that right rear fender. Two, 3 wide. Brad Davis, he's getting loose down there in that apron. These tires start to wear. You got to be very careful with the slipping and sliding. The track very worn out. The original surface from the 2001 building of this track. And we missed the pass for the lead. Andrew Moraz has gone to the front here. If you're watching that gaggle of cars, go for it. Let's take you back to the pass. As Moraz to the inside here. Down the back straightaway, that 4X Racing Gravedigger Ford Mustang makes the pass on Brooks clean and off turn 4 into the lead. That 4 looking pretty good here this evening. And that's where we leave off here, lap number 9. 35 and 70 the laps tonight in the stages, 35 and 70. Of course, just like NASCAR racing, that is how that all sets up with bonus points and stuff. Back here, Casey Barlow, a little blinking going on, but that McConey setup shop number 24 looking low. On Tyler Duvall, he's got drift right there behind him in the 15 car. Here's Anthony Keys back in the 6th spot after starting 15th on the field. Oh, drifts in the wall. Drift almost makes contact with the 14 there. That got really close, but Drift did get the wall, it looks like, and going to lose his spot to the 14. Got really close. And Anthony continues to work his way through the field, now looking low on the 24 car. Let's jump back here, this mess of cars. Everybody trying to get the track position they can. You see the 59 of Nicoletta there. The 57 is Braden Stapp. The 22 of Jason Branch. Anthony Hanley's back there in the 88, I see. John Finley here, who's got a special tribute, I should say. Make sure I read that right. Laps in the books. Now, I was told that, as I mentioned, John is running a paint scheme to pay tribute to Jeremy Brooks' mother. So, big shout out to John, and I hope that's the right paint scheme for it. I always worry about those kind of situations that I have like the wrong paint scheme on the car or something. Battle on for second. Tyler Davola. Or actually, this is for third. Sorry, Davola and Keys as Anthony continues to rocket through this field. There's Scott, Clayton Fry, Scott Wise, that is, the Wise Guy iRacing Graphics number 31. At the 22 of Jason Branch, looking low, kind of maybe thinking about sticking him in the middle there, 3 wide, wouldn't be too nice of him. Lauren Wise is on pit road. I think the Wise team has said that they don't have enough tires available for Lauren, so she has parked her car. So the battle for third goes on, and then this battle here. Lauren says she hit the wall and gave up. I think that's the equivalent of kind of like when the start and park cars in NASCAR would kind of come up with like their radiator belt fell off or something like that. Yeah, she parked it. Look at these cars migrating to the top side now. Trying to keep the momentum going here as these tires wear out. 17 laps in. Duvall has still not been passed by Keys. I'm trying to keep a watch on both of them here. So somebody just threw a spoiler out in the middle of the race, so I'm not going to say out loud what he said. But whoa, hold on there, whoever that was that the 00 Clayton Fry? Yo. Battle for second now. Here's Davola. They've caught Jeremy Brooks. They continue to fight it out. And how about Keys gets a little bit of a block there for Brooks. He was going to take him 3 wide, I think, on the high side. Keys had to kind of jump out of it a little bit there. Now Duvall is going to slide up the track, and Keys is going to go to the bottom. This is all 3.2 or 3.6 seconds now behind the leader, Andrew Mraz. And now you can add the 24 of Casey Barlow into the picture. Right behind them, another 4X driver that started in the back and is working his way up. Justin Gann up 12 spots from 18th to 6th. Justin picking up where he left off last week. With Anthony here as he tries to get to that inside of Davola, who's able to carry that speed off these 18-degree banked corners. You see the curve in the back straightaway. This is not a straightaway at all. About 3/4, actually 9/10 of the lap, I would say, you are turning. The only part you're not turning is right about here for about 2 seconds. And you're right back in the dog leg. And you're back straight for about 2 more seconds. And then you're right back into the turning. Now Lucy is fighting that car. And look at Justin Gann. He has come back into the picture now in that Uber car outside of Barlow. That's for the 5th position. Great fighting up here at the top 5 now. Got fighting going on here. We got fighting back around 12. Got people fighting with their own cars. Everything's happening right now. And Duvall is going to give the spot to Anthony Keys to move him up to the 3rd position as Brooks is held on to 2nd. We'll step away from there for like 2 seconds. And here's the fight going on still back here. Scott Wise and Branch, those guys have gotten away from this fight, but it's still Corbin Simmons, Braden Stab, Ryan Nicoletti, John Finley, Anthony Hanley. Oh, Finley easy there, almost caught the wall. Got Max Williams underneath Drift. There's passing everywhere around this track right now. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast so far this evening as much as I'm enjoying the race. You can always go to the subscribe button. It's down the bottom of the screen. Oh, easy. Duvall had to get out of it there. Great job by both drivers to avoid a collision there. I was about to give you guys a website to go to, but all you gotta do is scroll down to hit subscribe if you haven't already, by the way. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate you joining us tonight. If you're not new to the channel and you're someone who's been around for a while, we appreciate you coming back. And would love for you to invite some friends or whatever to come join us. Mraz out to a 5-second lead now over these 2 cars that battle for 2nd. Keys to the inside. As we are 6 laps away from the end of stage 1. Oh, easy on the old apron there, Hanley, or Keys. That thing will bite you, and here comes Gann. Five laps to go. Jason Branch continuing to go up positions. He's up 12 to 8th with Drift, and there's Brad Davis behind him in that 12 car. Brad going to run the middle groove as Drift is up about 3 grooves right now. And now Justin Gann, who's up the 3rd, going to shoot it to the top side. And he should be able to clear for the spot right here. He's going to have the run off the banking. And there it is, Justin Gann up to the 2nd position in that 30 car. There's a reason why the 4X team has been the top team in the point standings here in this Clash Series. I don't know what the setups are and who are putting them together, but they have been fast all season long. And I think I've kind of beat the dead horse with this stat, but you know, Andrew Mraz, who's led almost all the laps tonight and has a 5-second lead, has dominated here in the Clash Series with the most wins, but over in the truck side of things has had his struggles. As there goes Branch inside of the YJ08 with 3 laps to go. see lap times have fallen off about 2 seconds since the green flag came out. The track does eat up tires pretty well, and obviously every time you get in, you're going to want new tires or else you're going to get blown away off pit road. We are right at the mark right now for pit stops as we have 2 laps to go for the end of stage 1. Blake Fry has come to pit road. Paul Regney is on pit road in the 9 car. And we're going to have more pit stops, I think, right here as we come to the final lap. And Andrew Mraz is one of those cars coming to pit road, so he's going to throw away the bonus points for the stage win and come to pit road as Justin Gann comes to lap 35. So final lap of stage 1. Jason Branch also on pit road. Also, Andrew Moore's on pit road to 77. Jacob Williams is in. Justin Gann shutting his motor off as he comes off of turn number 4. Is he going to make it on fuel? He's going to. So stage win for Justin Gann in that 30 car as he gets the Wise Guy iRacing Graphics stage 1 win. And now he's trying to coast this thing back to pit road to get the gas. And I believe Casey Barlow got second there, as I believe Anthony Keys came to pit road. So a little bit of pit strategy here going on. For Justin Gann, that is his 4th stage win of the Clash Series. And here he comes to pit road with Casey Barlow. So all the rest of these cars who stayed out are coming to pit road right now. Now they're going to lose a lot of track position because of staying out with the time. But they got the bonus points to, I guess, potentially compensate that. So we'll see how this all plays a role on all this. Here comes everybody. The rest of the cars that did not pit. Pretty much all the cars that took the stage points there, all on pit road here. So, yeah, Nicoletta got some stage points there. It looks like Max Williams got some. Casey Barlow, Scott Wise, John Finley, Braden Stab, and even Anthony Hanley with some points. Congratulations to all those guys. John Finley going to get a pit penalty for driving through too many stalls and even making contact with another car. So he will see a drive-through penalty come his way in the 29 car. Here comes the sarcasm out of me. I just heard the admin say, you want to go hit pit road. You don't want to hit anything. Just drive through it. As Braden Stab goes a lap down to Andrew Mraz there. As I think he was just getting off pit road there. There's Justin Gann, 4th position now. So he lost about 6 or 7 seconds on that pit stop there. We're staying out a couple extra laps to Mraz. But, yep, that is where we stand as of right now. We're going to come back and get you the rest of stage number 2 and more as you're watching the Superior Templating 195 here at the Chicagoland Speedway. It is the Blown Piston Racing League on Captain TV.
And that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Back here at the Chicagoland Speedway virtually on iRacing. It is race number 10, the final race of the Clash Series presented by Wise Choice Contracting. It is the Superior Templating 195 here at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway. To see Andrew Mraz pull out to a 7-second lead on the field. We've had a lot of comers and goers in this race. We've had some qualify well, some not so well. Just looking at some of the comers and goers so far. Anthony Keys, you got Justin Gann, Jason Branch up 14, Brad Davis up 7, Andrew Moore. Haven't said a word about him tonight. He's quietly sneaking up the field as he always does. He's a sneaky one, running in the 11th position there after starting 16th. And of course, with that, when you have comers, you got to have goers. And you look at Max Williams has lost 5 spots. He is running in the 8th position right now. Drift down 7 to 14th as he tries to hold off Anthony Hanley. I'm sorry, Hanley's a lap down. He's actually got about 4/10 on Clayton Fry there behind him. Paul Regney, Corbin Simmons, Ryan Nicoletta, each down 5 positions. And I mentioned Hanley down the 4 spots right now. Been clean and green so far in the first 45 laps of this race. The 29 of John Finley did serve his penalty. He is right now 20th and looking at 3 laps down right now to the field after serving that drive-through penalty. Dan trying to put all types of pressure on this 53. And Jeremy has done a fantastic job running tonight. He said he wasn't sure what he had, but he was going to give it his all this evening, and he has done that and more, running here in the 3rd position so far tonight. As we watch Clayton Fry back here in his 00 trying to put pressure on Drift. You got Hanley and the 88 right there between them. Overheard conversation. I won't admit any spoilers or anything like that, but apparently the schedule's ready for the next season. All ready for the Blown Piston Racing League, and once Lauren and Scott and those guys let us release the schedule, we'll put it out there. The only spoiler I can give you is that race number 1 will be at a racetrack. Leave it at that. As Gann works to the inside of Brooks for 3rd. And that Uber machine up to P3 right now. So I just overheard Lauren in the chat say the beginning of the playoffs. So next week it looks like the schedule will be available. What creativeness they have on the board this coming season. Check back here on Ryan Nicoletta, the 59 car. He is putting pressure on Clayton Fry, who is running the Fry line, or the high line, we'll call it. I just came up with that. That was cool. Anyways, I tried. A for effort. Not sure who that human being is on the, I'm guessing that's Dr. Squatch, according to his hood there. So the 59 trying to get the run here on the 00. Behind him, Jacob Williams, the 06 car, running in the 15th position. Got 20 laps to go here in the 2nd stage. Field really getting spread out now with all the pit strategy going on. There is Scott Wise in the number 31 car. As Paul Reckney back on pit road, a little bit of a short pit stop here for him as he just came to pit road about lap number 33 or so. Only 19 laps. We're starting to see the battle shape up here for the 6th position as Jason Branch coming up on the back of Casey Barlow. Andrew Moore in the 77 starting to fall back. Not sure if something happened to him. I see the 59 of Nicoletta's gone by. Go in there and beat him up, guy. Oh, apparently did hear my phone ring on the stream. Whoopsies. Andrew definitely having his struggles. Last week at Darlington, went to town on the field in the Truck Series race. Almost won the Cup Series race on strategy. And then last night ran well again in the truck race, or Friday night, but tonight I have a feeling this team is going to be throwing this car in the dumpster afterwards. 13th right now and about, what, 3 seconds away from going a lap down, I would say. The leader is in the middle of the back straightaway as they enter turn 3. This battle getting slowly closer and closer. The 24 of Barlow, the 22 of Branch. Branch sitting about 2/10 back right now from Barlow, trying to steal that 6th position away. Justin Gann still about a half second back of, or ahead I should say, of Jeremy Brooks, but a good 2.5 back from Anthony Keys, and Andrew Moraz is still out here to a 7.5 second lead with 13 laps to go in this stage. Next week, beginning of the playoffs. Very excited about that. Of course, the Truck Series kicks off at Dover, and well, guess what? The Class Series does too. Of course, their schedule mirrors the Truck Series schedule. Dover, of course, race 1. Martinsville, Michigan. That's the first round. We'll go down to 8, where you'll see Bristol, Atlanta, Richmond, and then down to the Final 4 at Homestead Miami Speedway. The championship 225. So one thing that this series likes to do is mirror their schedules together so that they have combined races each and every weekend at the same track. Parity, I guess we can call that also. Scott Wise trying to hold off Brad Davis. And look at Davis rolling that high line, ripping the fence and going to take the position away as Scott yields that 9th position right now. So Scott right on the edge of that last point lap here in stage number 2 as we got 10 laps to go. The only issue is these cars are going to be really tight, making it to lap 70. Cars like Moraz and Branch Moore, Williams, all these guys pitted at lap 34. If they go 34 again, they're only going to make 68s. The guys that pitted on 35, you would think are going to make it to 70. That would be Keys and Davala. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the old pit board. And this will kind of answer your question up here in the top 8, as they always show here. You would think Justin Gann and Max Williams, they might be in shape to win this second stage. As Mraz did put a lap on Andrew Moore and on Corbin Simmons just a second ago. That's one thing I never thought I'd be saying this early in the race. Andrew Moore going a lap down. But, sometimes people have their bad nights and stuff, and tonight, unfortunately for Andrew, it is there. But the great news is they got plenty of time to fix this, and I mean the only thing running against them right now is, well, that yellow handkerchief has been hidden somewhere apparently. So Jason Branch got by Casey Barlow for the 6th position. Now he's trying to get away from him in that royal purple number 22 car. As Drift's going to be the first to pit road here early at lap number 62. I think Drift is about to go a lap down, so he is going to try the old school NASCAR strategy. You go a lap down, jump on pit road, and see if you can steal some track position with new tires. You see a little bit of right side damage on that 15 car. I think he's been pancaked. Right side tires on. Yeah, 14-3, great stop for those guys. And look at Branch has now come up to the back of the 07 car, so that 22. Somebody flipped a switch on it, and it has come alive here in these last few laps. Maybe he was saving a little bit of fuel or something. Casey Barlow having a little bit of a connection issue back there. Might want to get him a tinfoil hat or something. Davala trying to protect that bottom line. Going to push Branch down to the apron, but Branch can stay up on the track here as they go side by side to one. As we pass the halfway point. In this just shy of 200-mile race, the Superior Templating 195 here at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway on iRacing. Appreciate everybody joining us this evening. Hopefully, again, you are enjoying your Sunday evening. Appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. As always, if you're new to this channel, please hit subscribe. We are getting ever so closer to 500 subscribers, which is awesome. As Branch slides up, has to get out of the gas a little bit there. And that's going to give Davala the spot back. We'll check on this battle here in a minute, as we got teammates starting to battle now for the second position as they go past the lap car of John Finley. Should mention Paul Regney has taken his car behind the wall into 9. As we have 3 laps to go here in stage 2. Guys have knocked some time off of Andrew Mraz, as Gann had to go for a 4-wheel slide there off turn 2. These guys down to about 6.5 seconds right now. And here comes Andrew Mraz to pit road. So all the guys that did not make it to stage 1 are pitting here at stage 2. Andrew Moore's coming in. See if anybody else comes in as Justin Gann takes him to the final lap of the stage. Let's see who can sneak up here and gain some more stage points as Branch comes in. Sounds like Anthony Keys is going to be coming this time, so here's where all the games get played. We'll see who finishes where and what stage. We know who's going to finish first, as Justin Gann will come out turn 4. He sweeps the stages tonight and winning the Wise Guy iRacing Graphics Stage Award. Barlow, I think, is going to be second. Somewhere in there is going to be the top 10. It looks like, if this is going to be accurate, will Corbin Simmons get the well, no, there's more cars on pit road here. Have they crossed the start-finish line? That's the question here. Here's Brad Davis on pit road. I think that's the start-finish line, that yellow stripe. So I think Davis got the points. Corbin Simmons, Ryan Nicoletta gets points. A lot of that, to answer your question, I actually don't know that answer. As Casey Barlow on pit road into 24. My guess would be 3. Maybe Lauren knows that answer. Lauren, top tire limit set, please. Oh, one car spinning on pit road back there. Scott Wise. I think that is into 31. So Justin Gann wins the Wise Guy iRacing stage award, I should say, for the night, winning both stages. Some damage on the left side of that 31 car. Yeah, I think it's usually the same guy, so you're probably right. So 3 plus the set they had on the car or truck Friday night. Gotcha. I think it's raining really hard outside my house right now. Yeah, it is. Huh. Random news. So 4 tires and fuel, and you see Scott Wise sitting on pit road, and that is because what just happened coming on the pit road. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. I'm still sitting on pit road there. So I think it doesn't show me when somebody crashes on pit road, so I have to kind of go find it. Ah, here it is. Let's just rewind it here. We'll see what happened to the 03-1er. Oh, that's the penalty right there. Second race in a row that somebody went around the cone instead of hitting it. Locks it down there, and, well, he just cuts it left and into the inside wall. A unorthodox entry to pit road, we'll call that. As Mraz leads now by 8.8 seconds over Anthony Keys, Justin Gann, Jeremy Brooks, and now Jason Branch, your top 5. As we are 75 laps in, 55 to go. Oh, Andrew was put her in the wall in this Wise Choice Contracting Clash Series. It is the Superior Templating 195 here on Captain TV.
Well, you want to be the best. You can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Back at the virtual Chicagoland Speedway, the Superior Templating 195 here. The Blown Piston Racing League, 78 laps in. Max Williams here in the 8th position, trying to chase down Casey Barlow. And this is all behind Andrew Mraz, who has dominated the race so far. That has seen not one yellow yet in the race. It's been a great race so far, and A lot of passing out here on the track, a lot of strategies going on and stuff. There's Ryan Nicoletta in the 11th position right now. He is a lap off the lead. There's only 8 cars on the lead lap right now, and Max Williams is the last one on the lead lap. He does got a little bit of space, though, before he gets to Andrew Mraz. He just crossed the line right now, and you see Williams over here in turn number 2 right now. So they've got a little bit of space before they were to get lapped, but obviously, as I've said plenty of times here, plenty of time in this race. Right down on that white line, you see the 08's kind of sliding up a little bit there. That's more with the air being off your nose. The dirty air kind of pushes you up the track there. Once again, a big shout out to our camera folks at Track Cam 4 Gourmet for hooking us up with the cameras that you see on Captain TV each and every night that we broadcast for, including drone cameras like this that you see on the track. You can check them out, trackcams22.com. We appreciate everything they offer us, and glad to be partner with everybody that is a part of that team, which is actually one guy who does all this hard work on these cameras. So appreciate what Itzvan does for the team. You see Barlow able to hold off right now. He's spread out that advantage to about a half second or so. As we look back here, you see Davala, there's Brad Davis, Jason Branch. Brad Davis now 15th. Not sure what happened to the, I see a 33-second pit stop for the 12, so I'm not sure if he had some damage he had to fix. Spent a minute on pit road there, so he must have had some damage on that 12, so he is now sitting 3 laps down to the field. Correction, 1 lap down. One thing I have noticed here since the end of those pit stops, Anthony Keys has bit about 4 seconds out of the lead of Andrew Mraz. It is down to 5.6 seconds right now, so that 14 car is getting better and better and better. Each and every run here is, I'm pretty sure Jason Branch is in chat right now. Not in race chat, but down in the 4X chat going nuts right now with Finley just racing him down there in the bottom. Hey, everybody deserves the right to be on the track, so more power to them. Jeremy Brooks up here in the 4th position. His first race back after the passing of his mother to Alzheimer's. So again, slides up in front of Stab. Woo! But Jeremy having a great race tonight, man. And I am hoping, again, I'm not biased up here in the booth at all, But I want to see Jeremy Brooks run well, if not win this race. I think that would be fantastic. So obviously Alzheimer's. I had my father-in-law, his father, my grandfather-in-law, I guess that would be in terminology, lost his life to Alzheimer's also. So that is something that hits home to me. So when I read about that story today, I was like, man, I hope this guy does well. Jeremy Brooks doing a great job tonight in the 4th position, but more importantly, definitely thoughts and prayers to him and his family as they continue to grief after the loss of his mom. So 89 laps complete this time by. We got 40 to go. Corbin Simmons making a pass back here in the 05. Him and Braden Stab battling it out. It's a 13th position here. These guys 2 laps off the pace. We'll make sure I see it up there. 1 lap 2. I can't count tonight, and I just can look over the ticker and it'll tell me my answer. Oh, easy, Corbin. Easy. Be wedging the car there on that apron. You got to be very careful with that. So now Braden Stab will go after this guy right here, Clayton Fry, for the 12th position. There's Andrew Moore up there in the 11th spot himself, a lap down, as we have 8 cars still on the lead lap. There's Max Williams. Going to try to get by Finley himself now. As there's your leader, Andrew Mraz. And I think Mraz got some right side damage on that car. As you see, Keys has been consistently faster every lap. Oh yeah, that right side's definitely damaged. It is got a crinkle there and almost got the wall again. So Mraz, who's dominated this race, has got some damage on that right side of the grave digger car. So every lap, Mraz has been slower than Keys, as the lead is now down to about 4.5 seconds. And another 10th being gained. So this race is definitely far from over. Still got another round of pit stops coming up. As we watch Tyler Duvall now. Lap car in front of him of Brad Davis, got the 24 here behind the 4th position. See the kind of speeds they're running out here. 185 down into turn 1. Rolls out of the throttle, back to it, down the back straightaway here. The shorter end of the straightaway, 183. Trying to put pressure on Duvall there. Right there is the 6th position in front of him to get. Got that going on. Ryan Nicoletta putting pressure on Justin Gann, I believe, right here, and also Drift. That Drift is actually 4th position up there in front of him for the 9th spot. Nicoletta having a pretty good run, and he's going to make the pass right here. It looks like his Squatch is going to pass Drift King. There it is, that pass for the 9th spot. That is actually a battle for the lucky dog spot right now. And now Drift's going to come to pit road. Oh boy, hold it down there as you see that right side still pancaked on the 15. back to this battle for the 5th spot. One thing they have not had a chance to do is get past Brad Davis here, who's holding his own up here. Like I said, he is a lap down right now in 13th position. He needs a yellow pretty desperately right now. As Davala trying to get around him, Davis trying to race him kind of hard here. Let's see if he lets these two go or if he's just going to race him like he would any other car. Davis is fighting him. Oh, Barlow sliding up the track just a little bit. And Justin Gans on pit road, so is the leader Andrew Mraz, who's just leaving his pit stall there. Watch his battle here so much. Let's see, Mraz with a 14.9 second pit stop. Justin Gann, Jeremy Brooks on pit road. And that hands the lead to Anthony Keys, leading his first laps of the evening, I believe, actually. There's Brooks, there's Gann on pit road, as I mentioned. 14.8 for Gann. And now Anthony Keys on the pit road. Davala going to lead now. Branch on pit road now as Keys leaves with a 14.9 second stop. Mason Branch, a Virginia driver, off pit road. 16.5, slow stop for him. Davala leading at 28 laps to go. Well within the fuel window right now to go to the finish on these on the last stops of the night. Questions Wednesday 07 come to pit road here. You get to a point where you try to run this thing as long as you can. This is lap 33 for Davala in this run, so he can only go about another lap or so. And see the fresh tires of Brooks unlapping himself. Tyler staying out another lap as Casey Barlow gives up the second position, locks them up, and brings them to pit road. Now, of course, one of the factors that I have not mentioned yet tonight, entering this race, this series is a win and you're in series. So basically, if somebody unexpected wins this race tonight, it could really shuffle up the points here and potentially eliminate somebody that was easily in as of a little bit ago. Scott Wise comes to pit road. Davala continues to stay out here. I think he's trying to play the caution card here. Because he is some 2 seconds slower right now than Mraz and Gann and Keys. And the one thing I should point out here, as we fall back here to Justin Gann, you will notice he is ahead of Anthony Keys now. So Justin Gann has jumped the 14 into the 4th position as of right now. That'll shuffle up to the second and third spot. And I think we're expecting Tyler Duvall this time by. Four tires and fuel, and there goes Max out of pit road. Max Williams, Tyler Duvall leaving pit road. Actually, let me correct myself. Tyler leaving pit road, Max on to pit road. And that'll cycle everything back around to Andrew Mraz. And he'll have a 4.1 second lead here with 23 laps to go. So now the battle on for second as Anthony Keys to the inside of the 30 and takes the spot away. So move Keys up to the second position as teammates battle it out, 3.7 seconds back. From the leader. Appreciate all the viewers watching us this evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed the race so far tonight. I have not seen a single yellow. Been clean and green. Why we're seeing only 7 cars on the lead lap as you see the fresh tires now coming to work for Max Williams. As Keys starting to pull away from the 30. Now right now, with those newer tires, Duvall and Williams running about 5/10 or so, about a half second faster than the 4 car. The problem is they are some 25 to 30 seconds back. Right now, 31.5 in his last time by, 31.2 and a 31.1 for Gann and Keys respectively. As the 05 unlaps himself, Corbin Simmons right now running officially 1 lap down, and so is Braden Stapp. That is actually a battle for position right ahead of the leader now. So as we enter the race here into the final laps of this thing, let's show real quickly again the chase grid as we entered the race tonight. As I mentioned, Mraz, Gann, Moore, Wise, Davala, Keys, Williams, Casey Barlow, Brad Davis, Nicoletta, Duncan, Brooks, and Branch all in to the playoffs. Where we stand in the race right now. You see the 08 unlapping himself. And as I bring up the actual point standings and how they look entering this race. As you saw, Keys is leading, but Keys with no wins tonight. He might be able to make that happen here this evening. And looking down at the bubble right now, looks like not really any drivers with a chance to really steal a spot in the playoffs. However, a chance to steal some bonus points going into the playoffs. Anthony Keys running into second position. Him and Gann continue to track down the leader. Down under 2 seconds now. Anthony definitely started off this race guns blazing. He gained 8 spots in the first 2 laps of this race. That told me right there the 14 was coming and early in this race, and he has definitely shown his speed tonight. So has Gann, so has Branch. All 3 of those cars started 15th or worse in this field. Fastest car on the track right now is actually Max Williams in the 8th position. He's the only car in the 32nd bracket right now, in the 8th position, 26 seconds back. He ran a 30.92 last time by. Everybody else in the 31s. Mraz a 32 flat. And there's Max right there. Back here behind his teammate Corbin Simmons. He is 27 seconds back now. And there are your leaders through the tri-oval, and there is the battle for the lead shaping up. And Anthony blinking out a little bit there. I was like, say, what just happened to my stream? Got some lap traffic up ahead here. Brad Davis, John Finley into 29 and 12 respectively. Mraz works the inside of Davis, and he'll put him another lap down. 2 laps down now for the 12 car. And now up against the wall is the 12. Keys with a really good run off turn 4. Let's see if Mraz protects. Looking low, trying to break the draft a little bit. Both of them run pretty identical lines down to turn 1 and 2. Anthony Keys, we've talked to him throughout the season, multiple second and third place finishes, and I think tonight he's playing no mercy with anyone. He wants this lead and he wants this win. Mraz protecting a little bit there. A little bit of a Pruitt fade on the high side there, I should say. Thought Anthony was going to try the high side there, but decides to follow the tracks of the 4 car still. As they come up on Finley, Mraz getting a little loose, a little D-do right there off turn 4. Keys dropping down to the apron. I think he's going to have a run now. Keys is getting loose on that apron. Can he still hold the inside? He can't. Mraz running the middle part of the track, trying to protect as much as he can. 6 laps to go as Justin Gann still about 1.6 seconds back. It looks like this is going to be a 2-car tango for the win of this Siberia Templating 195. Mraz trying to break the draft to the 14. The 14's at his quarter panel. To the outside he goes as he crosses into the bottom. He does not. I don't think Anthony wants the bottom. Oh, Mraz gets real loose in front of him. And both hold on, but Anthony Keys takes the lead. That really allows Justin Gann to get a run. Mraz back to the bottom, clips the apron. Both of them sliding around. Mraz did everything he could to hold off the 14, but it's unable to do so. And now 4 laps to go. And Anthony finally going to get the proverbial monkey off the back. Oh, and now the 14's blinking. Here comes Gann into the picture. Now 8/10's back. Did Gann save his tires maybe a little bit here? And now the battle for second is on. Chicagoland living up to the hype as it always does. Oh, Gann getting loose. Giving each other room. No real battles around the track here as I continue to keep an eye on that as Gann works the bottom on Mraz. Oh, now they netcode almost into each other. And Gann's going to take second. As Clayton Fry has to come to pit road. And off turn 4, final lap for the 14, Anthony Keys. Through 3 and 4. In what has been a season full of second and third place finishes for Anthony Keys. He's the point leader going into the playoffs, and now he's got a win to add to his bank as Keys wins the Superior Templating 195 at a caution-free race. Justin Gann, Andrew Mraz, your top 3. Brooks finishing 4th. In a great run for him. And Jason Branch, your top 5. Well, that's one way to celebrate a win. I think Anthony's motor just went kaboom on him. Great effort. Great job by all the 4X team. 4 drivers in the top 5. Only Jeremy Brooks separating all of the top 5. Barlow finishing 6th. Davala, Williams, Nicoletta. Great top 10 finish, and Drifter to come back up to the 10th position. We take a look at the final results. We talked about your top 10 right there. Nice job by Brooks again. Barlow, Davala, Williams Nicoletta Drift, your top 10. Andrew Moore comes back, 11th place finish, respectable for him after having a terrible run tonight. He's probably angry. Corbin Simmons finishing 12th. Braden Stab, Brad Davis, Anthony Hanley 15th. John Finley, Scott Wise, Clayton Fry finishing in the 19th position, or 18th, I should say, this evening. Jacob Williams 19th. Paul Regney finishing in the 20th position. That was your 20 starters tonight in this fantastic race tonight. Again, caution-free and a first-time winner on the season, but also, side note, should mention the regular season champion for the Clash Series. Congratulations, Anthony. You get the monkey off your back. You get yourself finally a victory, and not to mention, with the win, the regular season points champion for the Clash Series.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. I'm just so glad that I could finally finish not second in one of these things, and not to mention the win securing the regular season championship. It doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, the regular season, but I still like to, it's a consolation for the consistency that I think I've put together this season.
Yeah, you've had a great season. You mentioned the seconds and thirds. We've had plenty of time to talk to each other about that. But man, now you get to go into these playoffs, and you've definitely shown you've got the speed. Your whole team has shown they've had the speed to do it. Now you go to Dover next week, which is a tough place to race, and you kick off the playoffs with being the latest winner, so the momentum's with you going.
For sure. It's good to roll into the playoffs on a high note. This crazy system, we'll take any momentum we can get, Yeah, it's just I'm just so glad I finally got a freaking win.
No, I'm definitely happy for you. But let's talk about early in this race. I kind of knew you had a car that could compete, especially when you went up 10 spots in a matter of 2 laps. I'm like, oh, this guy might be fast tonight.
Yeah, I noticed at the start of the race. I was pretty nervous because I was running a really high tape in practice, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to beat Andrew if I didn't kind of send it on that. So I was running, I don't know if you noticed, I was pulling down to the bottom on the backstretch every lap to get air to my, engine, because I was running at 280 for the whole run. But man, that thing took off. It was incredible. The setup that Andrew and Hanley built, it was crazy.
Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on the win. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to these guys, and especially my teammates at 4X. We went, if I'm not mistaken, we went caution-free this race, and that might have legitimately been the most fun I've ever had on this service, trying to chase down Andrew. I know he had damage, but, you got to make it easy for the rest of us at some point. A thank you to the Dean Blundell podcast on the car, 4X Racing, for putting together some great setups for me, Andrew and Anthony. My parents watching in the other room. Of course, I will never forget to give them a shout-out again. Thank you for putting on these great broadcasts and the Wises every week. It's such a good league to run it.
Absolutely, Anthony. Great job tonight, man. Congratulations. Go celebrate, and we will see you in Dover next week.
Yep, and I heard I had some fans on the stream, Guy Schneider. So if he's still watching, thank you for the support.
Yeah, he was cheering you on a little bit, I'll say. We'll just leave it at that. But great job tonight, man.
Thanks. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anthony Keys, your winner here this evening in Chicagoland. And finishing second was Justin Gann, who put up a valiant effort. But a runner-up finish for him as he started towards the back also tonight. Justin, what was the difference between you and your teammates? It looked like Anthony was clearly maybe the second fastest behind Andrew, but then there was you right there with him.
Yeah, shoot. I think about 10 laps to go, maybe 5 laps around there. I was behind him, getting ready to pass him. I was setting myself up and hit the wall. So once I hit the wall, man, I was just 2/10 slower than he was, and I was lucky to catch Andrew at that point.
Well, still a great race for you tonight as you made that comeback. Of course, the momentum from Darlington as you get into these playoffs also tonight. What's your expectations as you work your way to Dover here next week?
Dover is one of those tracks that I typically do pretty well in. So I'm expecting, a podium there as long as I can keep it off the wall. So hopefully I'm able to do that. I really do enjoy racing there. And we've got a great group of guys here. I mean, 0 cautions tonight. So, that just speaks for the drivers right there. So. Well,
it was a great job this evening. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 5 for the team. And obviously, great effort for you this weekend here at Chicagoland, and your chance here to send some shout-outs, whoever you like to.
Oh yeah, definitely got to thank the team working on the setup and having a good finish tonight for the whole team. Man, everybody did really well. So that was really awesome to see. I got a shout out to sponsor Uber. Got to give a shout out to Scott and Lauren and you for putting on the broadcast, and my wife for letting me race.
There you go. Great job tonight, my friend. Congrats on your second, and we will talk next week in Dover.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, you too, buddy. Second place finisher Justin Gann tonight, and now we'll bring down the guy who dominated the race. Unfortunately, got in a fight with the wall a little bit tonight, and it's going to unfortunately hurt him, but still a great top three finish, and definitely one of the guys to beat, arguably, in the playoffs when it gets started here next week. Andrew, tough break, finishing third tonight after dominating this race. Obviously, we saw the right side of your car a little beaten up there, and we'll leave the obvious question away here, but your thoughts after finishing third tonight?
Yeah, that contact with the wall didn't help, causing 25 seconds of damage. Definitely affected the aero on that. But yeah, the car was fast. I was using a little different setup than what Keys and Justin were running, and it played out big dividends on the long run, just stretching it out. And at one point, I would have had a 10-second lead going into the final pit stop if I didn't decide to try to save fuel for stage points. But it is what it is. That was my mistake. I'll learn from it, and I'll get better for the playoffs. And yeah, definitely, this is a fun track. So I have nothing to say bad about any drivers. So it is what it is.
No, you definitely showed your part tonight. Unfortunately, you're not able to get the points championship to go into the into the playoffs with, but still, arguably the best stats of everybody in the league throughout the season. So, what do you need to do to be even more consistent? Because as you see by the numbers, you've got the 3 wins, but Anthony has one more, I think, top 10. And 3 more top 5, so obviously a little bit more consistent on his end. So how do you jump that corner, or turn the corner, I should say, and make that a little bit better in the playoffs?
Not give them the setups that I make.
That's a good start.
But yeah, no, any win for 4X is a win for me. Knowing that a setup that I built or tweaked from Hanley is a win for me, regardless if I finish first, second, third, or last. It doesn't matter what other people say. So.
Well, you're still going to.
It is what it is.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
There you go. Well, you're going to be the guy leading them into the points. You got, it looks like an 8-point lead, as I just got the updated standings for the playoffs. An 8-point lead over Andrew Moore going into the Dover race next week. So shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, I was racing a new paint scheme by Gravedigger, Kevin Harvick paint scheme. I found it on Trade Paints. Shout out to that painter, very talented. My teammates on 4X and Justin for filling in for Casey. He had a coaches meeting, and I see that he's on the chat right now. And yeah, so shout out to him being the team owner and giving me a chance on the team. You for broadcasting, Lauren Scott for putting on an amazing league, and yeah, all the haters out there, keep on hating.
Fair enough. Great job, man. Congratulations on your top 3 and being the top seed going into the playoffs.
Thank you.
Absolutely, buddy. Andrew Mraz here joining us, of course, finishing third, and it's referencing to the interesting chat that's going on. I've been watching here throughout the last hour or so over in chat. But needless to say, let me go and get these points updates. Give me 1 second. As a matter of fact, let's throw one more commercial in here real quick. Let's give a shout out to Makoni Setup Shop. So we'll come back and I'll show you guys the points here in just a second here on Captain TV.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Yeah, it was a rough one for me. Made the mistake of picking the wrong setup for qualifying. I chose an experimental one that was a little loose, and I almost lost it on my hot lap. But anyway, just got caught up in traffic in the mid, but I still didn't have a fast car all night. Should have worked on that some more. Yeah, the I'm already in the playoffs, so it's not a really big deal. Just kept thinking about that. Like maybe I'll get something at the end, maybe, but there wasn't a whole lot. I could have probably parked it, and it wouldn't have changed how the playoffs are gonna start out.
Well, I guess it helps if I unmute my mic. You guys can't even hear me over there, can't you? But great job tonight, Andrew. I just wanted to get a quick word from you, of course, as you get ready for the playoffs coming up here next week at Dover. But obviously, shake this one off, and we'll see you next week, bud.
Thanks a lot. We'll be ready for Dover.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Andrew Moore joining us this evening. Before I take off here, just wanted to get that out there. And yeah, it's very weird. I'm listening to myself in the stream, and there's like nothing from me. Anyways, it's just weird. I'm used to shutting everyone off, and this time I've shut myself off, so I'm on a roll.
It was me watching the stream.
Yeah, well, I won't blame you for that. But obviously, you know what it is? It is me watching all the chat going on. Some amazing chat going on out there. Kind of what makes me keep the stream going and grab some popcorn, apparently. But needless to say,
very lively tonight.
I'd say so. Yeah, very interesting. But hey, great job tonight, bud. Good effort.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
You too. That is Andrew Moore. So you saw the point standings there. I don't know what all you heard out of me and what you didn't hear. So, but anyways, apologies for that. But we appreciate your time, and I hate to break your guys' hearts, but I'm getting off the air, which means you ain't going to be able to chat. So do me a favor. Take the chat over in the Discord if they let you. And I'm going to get some popcorn and watch this while I do laundry and go to bed. Anyways, with that said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Thanks to our good friends at iRacing for allowing us to broadcast on the platform. Thanks to Lauren and Scott for allowing me to broadcast their series each and every Friday and Sunday night. Definitely have a blast calling these races, and hopefully you enjoy listening each and every weekend that I am on the air. Next time we'll be Friday night for this Blown Piston Racing League at Dover International Speedway. Now, tomorrow night we'll be on the air from Pocono Raceway virtually for the TI Racing Truck Series. So that'll be the next actual time you see us. And don't be surprised if you see maybe a podcast on the air here in a few minutes, and also maybe some other stuff, as I might be doing some experimenting overnight. So, and that could be for something for the future. I'm just throwing that out there right now. So with that said, I'm out for the evening. Appreciate everybody watching. And, yep, as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It's a hilarious chat, and it's iRacing. See you!